Hello, everyone. I'm Lena, and I am happy and very privileged to be part of today's panel discussion. I would like to start off by showing this 30-second clip on a comment about higher education in Malaysia.
Are you a graduate of public university?
Yup, UPM.
Okay. Then you will remember, definitely you'll remember, because I'm from public university as well. When you go in, we have so many mandatory university and national stuff you have to take. You have the TITAS, you have, I don't know, UITM, you have the Kawat Kaki compulsory, 2 semesters. Kawat Kaki. You have, at times you have to learn all these patriotic subjects again.
Yes.
All of this, which takes up a lot of your time, pushes your graduation behind, which makes absolutely no sense. If you still don't understand your country, when you are an adult in university, there's something wrong with primary education, right? So university should really focus on your core subject. University is about specializing and focusing. That is what the university is about.
The person in the clip is one of Malaysia's youngest members of parliament who made this remark about the situation on the Malaysian public university education system. It is the same for students in private universities as well.
Are you a graduate of public?
In both types of universities, students are required to complete anywhere between 120 to 130 credit hours, which spans about 3 to 4 years. This means as a music major, on top of practice, rehearsals, and taking subjects that I finally have an interest in, I am forced to complete about 12 credits of subjects that have no relevance to my future career in the music industry out of the 120 credit hours in 3 years. A survey was conducted among our graduates of the past 5 years recently, and we asked this question just out of curiosity. Which courses have the least relevance to your career? No surprises, MPU subjects or Mata Pelajaran Umum in Bahasa Malaysia was top of the list. So it got me questioning. Are these MPU subjects really necessary at university level? If so, how do we sell the idea to the students who barely have time to breathe through the 120 credits minimum in 3 years? In the music field, burnout among music majors in college and universities in the United States have seen data such as music majors likely experience higher levels of emotional exhaustion and depersonalization than non-music majors. We see keywords here. Higher levels of stress and symptoms of burnout were compared to both national averages and undergraduate students in other degree programs. And then performance anxiety, perfectionism, and career concerns as well. So being a music major is actually not easy. The COVID pandemic has generated numerous challenges within the global higher education community, where more research continues to surface, focusing on the challenges of mental health and unhealthy coping mechanisms. Students were challenged in many ways to cope with the new demands of online learning, clocking in longer hours to complete new formats of assessment and expectations. Now, things have somewhat returned to normal. It has been about a year since students have all returned to campus. My personal observations have noticed that in the early stages of returning to campus, students lack the motivation to attend classes. But gradually, they seem to have regained their social skills and, more importantly, want to perform on stage, interacting with one another. So that, for me, was really healthy and happy to see, because I was concerned that because of the lack of physical social interaction during the pandemic, that they would lose social skills altogether. I believe this positive development is partly from the peer mentoring system that is structured for the first years to adapt to new life in the university. Now, while social skills seem to have taken a positive turn, I realize that students in general have been silently suffering in terms of balancing schoolwork, the pressure of being part of a group for fear of missing out, getting experiences outside of the classroom, attending gigs, open mics, basically just trying to juggle all expectations at the best that they can. Now, social butterflies would be able to navigate their way through, but there are also dangers in these. Having spoken to a handful of these people, right? They have actually shared about the internal struggles of meeting their own expectations, the lack of knowing how to manage their time, and also living up to peer expectations. I asked them, are you able to cope? They normally give me a sheepish smile or shrug their shoulders and tell me, I try my best. We'll see how it goes. So if these extroverts are sharing their stories, I ask myself as an academic, how to get through the introverts, the quiet ones who just go sit in the corner during class and don't say a word. So I proactively just ask them, how are you doing? And they just look at me and say, I'm okay, miss. So do I just believe them? Revisiting the two questions that I asked earlier. NPU subjects necessary? My point of view? No. Music students have already a lot to deal with these days. Follow through, learn in the field of study of their choice. Not just gaining and applying the knowledge, but also sustaining them. But do we as the lecturers need to teach them how to sustain the knowledge and even sustain themselves? The second question on, if NPU is necessary, how do we sell it? The idea is a failed product. The bigger question is, where do the students place themselves in society and how to manage and balance all of the expectations that they have? The thing about meeting learning outcomes of the program and being a skillful graduate amongst many other non-academic expectations takes a toll mentally on the students. I hope the revisions or future revisions to the performing arts standards would include considerations for curriculum design to be flexible, where the program is able to meet the students' needs that are ahead of their time. So by the time they graduate, they are ready for the future, to be part of the future. Let's not waste any more time. Thank you.